Welcome everybody. Today I'm talking about the 5 strategies to use video in your sales process to lift engagement. My name's Dave Meikle. I do video production. That's what my general day-to-day is. And I try and take it from a marketing perspective. So today we're going to get into some of this and hopefully give you a couple of ideas that you can start implementing in your business today. Okay, but first up, we've got pre-educating prospects is the cornerstone of future marketing. And I believe that video is essential in this process. So what do I mean by pre-education? Well, some might say that it's the new way of brand awareness, but it's a bit deeper than that. Pre-education happens before your sale. It happens primarily, it could be on in newspaper articles, it could be PR articles, it could be social media. But essentially, pre-education is you're bringing people into your ecosystem, educating them about what you do before they actually are buying. And I believe that video can play a really important role in this, especially in some of the things that we're going to be talking about today. And I believe also that video has really changed the game for B2B and B2C businesses. So it's actually across the board that it affects. Okay, so today I'm going to give you a few ideas, but before we get there, I want to see what your experience is around video and the sales process. Has anyone had any experiences that they'd like to share?
Yes, we had a video done for one of our clients, D&M ad hire, and it's made a big impact on their sales because they can see who the company is, what they do, but it's a lot about trust, seeing who they'd actually be dealing with.
Yeah, and whereabouts is that video actually shown?
Everywhere. Yep. So our client is a lovely man, so it's on their website, he's got it in, he's also got it in LinkedIn, he's used it on Facebook, you name it. Wherever he can find it, he can put it, he uses it, so I'm very impressed with his ability to leverage his videos.
Yes. Yep.
I do find whenever I've got a Facebook post, particularly on my page, if it's got a video and it gets sent out much more. Facebook's a big fan of video and they're pushing it.
Yes, so especially if you're posting your video natively on Facebook, then they'd certainly prefer that. You'll even see now the old photo memes, they're converting into videos because they're getting better reach, which is an interesting thing. Okay, so are there any videos that you've seen that actually have really stood out to you? Any brands that have put something out that have really captured your attention?
Look, Melissa loves ones with dogs in them. Anything with a beagle, she will watch and share till the cows come home. So,
And for me, it's if they've got boats in them and they're very excited about that. But I guess lately I was very interested in the video, with Facebook.
Mark Zuckerberg?
In Congress. Because I thought it was very relevant and I was very interested in how he was portraying himself.
In that situation, that was a video that was relevant to.
It's very relevant
to your industry for a start, and it was relevant in terms of content as well.
And timely. So for me, it was timely as well.
Yeah. I saw one just the other day. Actually, it might have even been today, comparing a Kia car versus a Lamborghini, and they're going, you can either choose the Lamborghini, or you can choose the Kia and a small villa in Italy. And the Lamborghini, you can fit a little tiny leather bag in the boot, or you can fit the golf clubs, the orchid. And so it was really interesting because the way that they positioned their product against a really high expensive product, they actually made it look more desirable. Have you ever clicked on a video on a social media ad? I have as well, and as a marketer, to get me to click, I'm like, wow, okay. And this is something that I think is really important for businesses, is, have you ever researched a new product by watching a video review? I do it all the time, looking at new camera gear, new technical, new iPad or whatever it is that's come out. There's a review that's gone out. I'll then go and watch the video on the review because I want to learn about the product. And I think that's a really a powerful use of video as well.
I do that because it saves me time. I can get up to speed with the video faster than I can reading a brochure. And I'm very time poor, so
Okay, so when done right, video used in the sales process can help encourage a customer to buy from someone that they don't even know. And it's all about building trust. It might be showing the viewer a product and how it works. It might be educating on them of the benefits of the product and how it's specific to their unique situation. It could be simply just showing some prestige and a vision of the dream that they actually want to live in their life. And by showing that visually allows them to then connect. And that's what video can really do with that. It's also really great for thought leaders. If you are a thought leader in your industry, by sharing your knowledge and your information, you're putting yourself in a position of authority and a position of trust. And it means then that the people who are then watching those videos learn to trust you and will hopefully engage you in either consultancy or buy your products or your seminars, that sort of thing. So it's really, really an important thing to do. And in a noisy marketplace, it's also important to stand out, as that says right there. Okay, so a story of contrast. So I heard a story once of a charter boat website, and there was a guy who was looking to hire a charter boat to go on a bit of a cruise. And he had two websites that came up that he was researching. The first website had a photo of the boat that they'd be going on, and then a whole bunch of copy. And he thought, okay, that's really interesting. The second website that he went to had a video, and that video showed the adventure. It showed the lifestyle. It really engaged and drew him into the experience that he was going to get. Needless to say, he went with the website that had the video on it because he could actually imagine himself on that boat cruising around. And unfortunately, the other website that just relied on static photos and a lot of content, unfortunately didn't get the job in the end. Another really great example of a brand that has used video is Koala Beds. They put this video out on social media, and in the video they are demonstrating how their product is so different from the other products in the market. So let me just play this for you. And so this video went out through social media. Do you think they got a bit of interest in their beds? It's got nothing to do with the bed itself, except maybe, I guess the concept is that you can roll over in bed and not disturb someone, or even your glass of wine. But this video went out on social media, and it actually transformed, it launched their business, actually, because they were a new business at the time. They launched their business through simply having a really well thought out idea in video. My own personal story, even just a couple of weeks ago, I was meeting with a new client, and as I was walking into his showroom, he looked up, he said, there's a familiar face. So obviously he'd actually gone onto my website, because on my website I do have my face on there on a video talking about what I do, and I've also got then a showreel of some of the work that I've done as well. And so he's gone to my website, done a bit of research, and gotten to know me essentially on the website, so that when I walked into the showroom, he knew who he was dealing with, and there was an instant rapport there. And he was probably one of the easiest sales I've ever done, because he already knew what he was getting. All I had to do is just listen to his needs, provide a product then that was going to actually produce the results that he was looking for. And there really was no chance he was going to use another company after that meeting. Okay, here's a few stats for us. 83% of those using video think it gives them a great return on investment. Video on a landing page can increase conversions by 80% or more. The average user spends 88% more time on a website with video, and I think that's a really interesting stat because they're engaging in your brand a lot longer. And then 85% of Facebook videos are watched without sound, and that's a really important thing as well for us to remember if we're starting to use video in our businesses, is that a lot of people watching these days are actually on their phone on the bus or on the train, or they're in a meeting and they're trying to sort of be a bit, the distraction sort of factor. And so we need to make sure our videos can be watched without sound as well. Now, these stats are all remarkable stats, and I must admit I got them from the internet, so take them with a grain of salt, but they were from reliable sources. But if people are even getting half of these results, do you think that it's worthwhile for your business?
Absolutely. I'm just wondering what I can book you in.
Yeah. And so with these sorts of results, it makes you wonder why more people aren't using video. That's why I think it's important to educate today on some of those benefits. So quote, good marketing makes the company look smart. Great marketing makes the customer feel smart. And so what we want to do in our videos is we actually want to be the Yoda. We want to be the guide to the Luke Skywalker. We don't want just to be the hero. We want our customers to look really smart, and so that when they walk into our showrooms, they kind of know what's going on. They know what, like when I walk into like a JB Hi-Fi or something to buy an appliance or something like that, I walk in there, I know what I'm looking for. I've done my research, and I go right to what I'm looking for there. So in your marketing content, in your videos, try and give the information to the customer that is watching it in order to help them feel empowered. The next one. As marketers, we should be changing the mantra from always closing to always be helping. Again, we're giving quality information. We're not trying to just produce hype. We want to actually give quality information so that our viewers are being educated. And finally, it's much easier to double your business by doubling your conversion rate than doubling your traffic. How would this change your business? If you could just double your conversions of the existing customers that are coming to your website, I believe that as part of that process, video can really help with that conversion. Okay. So using video in your sales process is actually fairly easy when you have a plan. And it is possible to create your own videos, or you can hire someone like myself to do it. There's the entrance into creating videos these days is so easy. There's so much product out there, so many new cameras out there that are very easy to use. You can do it on your iPhone even. And so, but to start us off today, in giving you a bit of an idea about the plan, is we're just going to go through 5 different ways to use video in your sales process, just to get some of the creative juices flowing. So first up, we have the website homepage. Now, this video is usually done on your main page of the website. It's the starting point that people come into your company. If they're already looking for a product, they're doing some research, they come to your website, you want to have them on that page actually then learning about why your brand might be the one to choose. So because this video is on the front page of your website, and it's probably the most watched video as well that you've got. So it's important that you are really careful in how you're planning out this video to make sure that it's got the most impact. These ones can be more expensive to create also because they need to be good. These are the ones you usually go into high production value with. It is important to keep this video short still. You don't want to go with a 20-minute video on your front page website. You want to keep it still short, grab their attention, build some credibility about your company, create some engagement on the topic that they're researching, and answer any of those main pain points that they might have as well.
So how long would you recommend the video should be on the front?
On the front page, I would say 60 to 90 seconds is probably the sweet spot. Depending on the brand and the subject, you can go longer or shorter. I mean, you can do a 30-second if you can get the key thing into that. And just one key point. Generally you want to keep it pretty tight on your points. By putting too many points into your web page video, you're going to just create more confusion. It's going to get longer. So yeah, it is important to keep it to one point if you can, or at least have a clear progress through the video to a call to action of some sort. As a bonus on your website, you can also do case study videos so you might have your core video up the front, up the top, and then below you might have a case study or testimonial videos to help, I guess, flesh out the idea further. It's not then making this video too complicated. You can then add some of those extra pieces down the road on your website. Okay, number 2 is the social media ad. So this video ad is aimed at someone who might be interested in what you offer, but they might not necessarily be they might not actively be looking for it at that time. And so with a video ad, we can actually then target people who are going to be interested in what you've offered, and it might sort of just give them a few ideas to investigate that idea a bit further. This is really great for using for larger targeted social media campaign strategies. Andy Tunks from the BSB school does a lot of this sort of stuff. So if you are interested in Facebook campaigns, I encourage you to go and watch his video. But essentially, with this kind of Facebook ad, we really do want to keep it fairly tight and focused. The key things with social media videos is keeping it short, less than 60 seconds, because Instagram has a 60-second time limit, but also attention spans are limited as well. We don't want to go over that 60 seconds because generally people will not actually watch over about the 50-second mark anyway. Keep it to one point, one message. On social media, this is so important. Have a call to action. So you've got to actually encourage them to do something. It's either click on a button, or it's go and visit a website, or it's buy now. And the beauty of Facebook is you can actually have a video ad point directly to a sales page or a product page where they can just click buy right from there. Format it square for social media. It takes up more screen space on your phone, and that's basically the reason for that. It's the native format that Instagram uses, and Facebook also prefers square, or you can even go a bit longer, but that's getting a bit too technical there. And use subtitles, like I said earlier, use subtitles in your videos on social media because the majority of people will not actually turn the sound on.
Can I ask, yes. Are you going to talk about putting subtitles in your videos? Are you going to cover that? Or that's just...
So we can quickly touch on the subtitles. There is a company out there that can do subtitles for you. It's called rev.com, R-E-V.com. You can upload your finished video into their system. They will then send you back a file, which is a subtitle file, which you can then load it into your video program to put it over, subtitles to burn them into the video, which if you can burn the subtitles into the video, it's better. Or you can just upload that file straight to YouTube or to Facebook, and it will just come up automatically. So there's a couple of different ways to do it, but there's Google's out there if you do need a bit more detail on that. Okay, number 3 is the landing page sales letter. Coming to a landing page for a product launch or seminar promo that is full of text only is only going to produce a high bounce rate. And so by having video on your landing page, again, it's just creating another reason for people to stay on your page a bit longer and to develop some connection with the person actually delivering the video on there. Because not everyone likes to read. Some people are going to like to read, so you want to have your main points on the page still, but make sure you have your video in there as well, which has all the information that you're wanting them to do. And again, you've got a call to action. So if you're wanting to collect an email address, make sure you say in your video, put your emails in below, click the button, and we'll send you whatever it is that you're sending them. Whatever that promise is, you then, you make good. Next up is a 5-part short course, or it could be any number of parts, but essentially it's a YouTube, it could be actually put on a YouTube channel or something like that. But sometimes building trust and excitement for your product or service, it can take a little bit more time, especially if you're offering a high price product. And so this is a great way of adding more touch points. A lot of marketers say that you need multiple touch points in order to get a message across. And by having multiple videos or short courses can actually help produce some of those touch points for you. I've seen it done a couple of different ways. It could be simply a website where you go to a landing page that you put your information on, and then they'll send you a video over a series of days. And they over time unpack ideas through a series. I've also seen it where companies will use it for tutorials, and they'll actually explain how to use their products in a video series, whether it's the generator place, for example, educating their customers how to use their products. And so that's a great way to do it. Another way I would suggest is create your 5 top frequently asked questions. Turn that into a video series that you can then put onto your blog, put onto your website, YouTube, social media. And the beauty thing about video is you can actually put it across a number of different platforms. You don't have to just have it sitting on YouTube. You don't have to have it in Facebook. You can have it everywhere. Put your videos everywhere, and it just allows people to, again, be connected to your brand. And then step 5 is a workshop. Again, I talked about before pre-education, and a workshop is a fantastic way for you to develop some pre-education. So I see e-learning as an incredible opportunity for people to be finding new clients. It's a growth industry right now. It really gives business owners the ability to develop their expertise in front of an audience and demonstrate their ability to do it. And the BSB School, obviously, is a great opportunity for people to do this. So, a workshop, you can do this. You can educate your prospects on a specific topic. You can demonstrate market leadership. Reduce fear and hesitation around your product or your service, helping them reduce that hurdle for getting into your product. And it also provides a taste of maybe a larger product that you offer. So why not try filming your own 30-minute seminar or workshop?
Do you know where they can go to do that?
I do know where they can do that. And the BSB School obviously has a fantastic, system in place to help us to actually do that. So if you are watching at home and you're thinking, I need to try doing some video, definitely become a presenter. Ultimately, our customers, again, they're out there researching topics, and we need to be the ones who are providing the answers to their questions. Okay, so quickly, some hot tips. First tip is make sure your sound quality is good. Have a lapel microphone. There's plenty out there that can do this. And it's important that you get high quality audio. Next up is message clarity. Keep your points clear and simple, one message. We don't want to be confusing our prospects by putting too many messages into the videos. Third, short is better. Keep it as short as possible. There's no need to go really, really long. Get your point across, call to action, get the result. Consistent quality. Make sure you're filming with good lighting and a high quality camera. You can do it off your phone, but depending on your brand, you actually may hurt your brand if you're filming with low quality or bad quality audio. It's like handing someone a business card that you printed off at home off a Word document. We spend time getting our marketing collateral together to look really good, and that's for a reason. It's important with video that you do the same thing because it actually does speak about the quality of the service that you offer as well. And last point is subtitles may be relevant. Be thinking about where your videos are actually going to be watched. Ultimately, the world is moving towards video. It's important that us as business owners embrace that. It's not that scary, but if it is, get someone in who can actually help you assist in getting the videos that you need created. All right, so what have we learnt today?
I think I need to get you in to do about 3 to 5 videos for my website.
We can do that, yes, sure.
And there's different styles for different places.
Yes.
Rather than trying to have the one video everywhere. As you said, like on social media, obviously the square's better than portrait.
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
That's good.
Portrait for everything, but apparently not.
I liked what you're saying about one message. I think business owners sometimes feel like they have to say a lot to sell themselves, where in fact one message is a better way of selling themselves.
Yes. And I had a client actually come to me. They wanted to do a promotion around a product that they sold around Christmas time. And they came to me with, I want to put this, and this into the video. I said, hang on a second, we're selling this one product here. We just want to focus this video on getting an action, because at the end of the day, the action is what produces the sale and the bottom line. And so if we can be thinking about gearing everything in our videos towards what is the result that we're looking for, what is the action we want them to do at the end, that's where the results are going to come in. And that's where that return on investment that we showed earlier becomes a reality. If we're not thinking about that return on investment, then we're probably just wasting our time and our customers are not going to watch it. So
for me, I see a lot of people do videos, holding their phone here and they're walking and it just looks so unprofessional. And I think your tips there on sound quality and the quality of the actual picture, it's a representation of your brand. So
And I think with that example, you have some key thought leaders who do it. And so that's why many people now do it, is because they see their idols doing that kind of video. But their idols already have that position of authority. And so they can get away with that because it's not actually going to harm their brand, because they've already got some expertise and knowledge out there that their followers are going to trust. And so by then them doing, someone who doesn't have an expertise following already, doing a lower quality video isn't necessarily going to help them in the long run. And it's also and it comes up with live video as well. Like, it has its place in certain places, but you can't do subtitles with a live video. And so if you're doing a live video on Facebook and people are watching on the bus, it's actually a wasted opportunity. So it has its places, and I'm not saying don't do live video, but be thoughtful of how the person is going to be consuming this video and where they're going to be consuming it. So ultimately the world is moving towards video, and it's important to know how video fits into your own marketing strategy and how you're going to integrate that with the broader marketing strategy that you're putting into place. It is important that you use all of the tools that are at our disposal, whether it's email, whether it's PR, whether it's video. They all work together, and when they're working together, that's where the best results come from. Now, I've developed a list of 42 different ways that you can use video in your business, which I will put up on the school also, or you can get it from my website, from ECKOmedia.com.au/bonus. So this is me, these are my details. If you want to get in contact with me, you can do so. And I hope that this has been informative and has given you a couple of ideas to start using video in your own business.
Thank you.
Very good. Thanks,
Thank
Dave. Yeah, great.